Hi guys, welcome to Gemma B Makes, a podcast about what I've been making over the past couple of weeks. Lots of different crafts. I do knitting, sewing, I've got a little bit of spinning and some needle felting this week. So this past couple of weeks has been totally taken over by Christmas. I absolutely love Christmas. I'm so looking forward to it. Today is Sunday. It is Christmas Eve. It is the eve of Christmas Eve, and in this house we are so excited. So if you didn't know, I've got two little boys. I've got Edward, who's 5, and I have James, who's 9 months now. They're both at Nanny's house for a couple of hours so we can get some Christmas things done, all wrapped up and ready, and film a podcast. So I'm going to tell you everything about what I've been making for people's Christmas presents. I've made lots and lots of different things this time. I did go a little bit over ambitious and some people haven't got things, but you know, it is what it is. Things happen, don't they? Life gets in the way, and I make mistakes. So but I'll show you everything that I've been doing. Now I'd like to start off first with what I've been knitting and the finished objects. So I'm going to start with a test knit that I did a couple of weeks ago. It is now available on Ravelry, and this is the hat that I did for Lorraine of L&S Crafts. So this is the biscuit hat. I'll put a link down below so you can have a little link through to the Ravelry. But this hat was such a dream to knit. It was so nice. It fits perfectly. Look. Now, I know I'm probably said this in the past, I have a tiny head, tiny little pea head, and for this to fit, like, it does slouch on me a little bit, or I just flip the rim and it's like a perfect beanie size. But yeah, it was so much fun to knit as well, so it's really, really beginner friendly. At the same time, it's not boring. It's got it's got different parts all the way through it, and it was like a really nice to watch TV kind of knit. At the same time, pay attention because there's stuff that's going on and there's nice little quirks to the pattern that just make it enjoyable to do. And I knit this up, I think, in 2-3 days. I knit it up in, let's have a little look, the knitting basket, and it's in acrylic yarn, and it's really, really quite soft. And I picked this yarn up at my local pound shop, I think. And if you've watched the previous episodes before, this is also the yarn that I knit my niece's Christmas jumper out of. So super soft, super comfy, and this now is my everyday hat because it's really, really because it fits so well. It's so easy to wear. I love it. It's really, really good. Go buy it on Ravelry. But yeah, thanks Lorraine for letting me test knit that, because I really did enjoy it. It was fun. So I've also been knitting James a jumper. I know I hadn't started this last time, previous episodes. My friend at Spinning, Irene, we were talking about how I really wanted to do a jumper from the Strange Brew book. So I bought the Strange Brew book by Tin Can Knits at Yarndale, and I really it's an anthology basic, well, it's a recipe, so you can have any weight of yarn. It tells you Aran, sock and DK, Aran, DK and sock, sorry, and it goes from 0 to 6 months right through to men's 4XL. And it is basically just a recipe of how to do a jumper either from the bottom up or from the top down. So I did a top down one. Irene gave me, really, really nicely, gifted me a big bag of 4-ply yarn. So it was all this stuff. Truly Wool Rich, and it's all a sock yarn, so it's 75% new wool and 25 polyamide. And she'd said that she'd done a jumper in the past, like an intarsia, and it had loads of different colours, and she was never going to use them again. It was a really big bag, and it had like full big balls in. So this is the jumper that I made. I just followed the recipe, and it's got, so throughout this book it's got lots and lots of different patterns that you can choose. I did the meringue before for my niece Heidi, following the pattern exactly. Whereas this time, right at the back, if you go right to the back, it's got loads of just patterns and ideas that you can do. So I thought I'd try just throwing them in. Now, it didn't work out brilliantly. It did because I love it. It's super cute. But this is the jumper that I did for James, doing my own pattern. And I should have really written it out, I think, and decided what colours I was going to use. However, I got way too excited because Irene had just gifted me this big bag of yarn, and I was like, wow, I can start straight away, this is so exciting. So I started straight away and I just dove straight in. But I kind of think it turned out, and I think it looks a little bit like trains, kind of, sort of. Maybe little steam trains with the little poops and, I don't know, the wheels and steam, I don't know. Anyway, I thought it was super cute. I was really happy with how it turned out. I did try the jumper on James as I'd finished it before blocking, and was really sad because it kind of stretched all the way across his back and didn't fit. Well, it fit, but it was going to be really tight. I thought, I can't wear this. It's a big mess. I don't know what I've done wrong. I think I'd done my floats too tight or whatever. Anyway, the power of a block, because I give it a really good soak. I blocked it how it tells you to do it in the book, and it fits in beautifully. It's really good. It is not going to last for much longer because I did the 6 to 12 months, and I don't think I did the sleeves quite long enough. So the sleeves are a little bit short. But it'll get another couple of months out of it, and then, yeah, I'm so happy, and now I know how to do it, so I'm just going to do another one. And there's probably enough in the bag that Irene's given me that I'll be able to do, like, I don't know, 2 more. She was really generous. I was really appreciative. So thank you, Irene. I really enjoyed that, and because I was so excited, I knit the whole jumper. Like, that's all I did. I cast on, and I just knit the jumper, and I think it took me about a week. All in all, like each evening, just to do it. So I was really happy. Like, I've got a cup of tea today. I went to my friend's house last night and we just talked for so long. My throat's a bit, sorry, it's just tea. Do you like my mug? I got it, it's James's little handprint. It's really cute. So that's all my finished objects for knitting. I've got a few works in progress that I've been working on. So I've finished gift knitting now. So I've really been excited to actually start knitting all the projects for myself again. I'm going to show you a little bit of, I've had these out before, so you've seen these before. This is my Zweig. I got this out of hibernation. It was, I say hibernation, I just hadn't worked on it while it's been Christmas. It's in a bag that I made myself, and I wanted to show you this pin, this one here. I think we've seen this one before. But this is by, oh, let's have a look, by the Crafting Gamer, and it's just so cute, a little Game Boy with the knitting needles. And when I saw it in online, on her Instagram, I think, I saw it on Instagram and I was like, oh, I have to have that. And when I went into her shop, all of her yarn is game inspired, but there was, at the moment, it's Skyrim inspired. Now Skyrim was my game. I used to love playing on the computer for hours and hours. Obviously I've had children now, so I don't think I've actually gamed for quite a while now, but my game was Skyrim. And in fact my whole pregnancy with Edward, I think I played forever. And so if my budget was, if I needed more yarn, I don't need more yarn at the minute, but I need her whole range of Skyrim wool of yarn, because it's just, and it's all really nice as well, and quirky little things. Anyway, I'll stop talking about games. Side note, so this is my swag. I am currently knitting it on, I bought a kit from the Hey Sister girls, the podcast, Hey Sister Yarn Co. So this is on the merino cashmere nylon base, the MCN. It's super duper soft, it's so luscious. And this is on the pulse and the gilded colourways. So since I last saw you, I was up to this progress keeper here. I've done this part of the colour work, and I'm redoing it again because I'd got all the way down here and went to go split for the sleeves and realised that I had missed a complete increase row and was about 100 stitches too less. Anyway, so I ripped it all back again and then did it again. And then you split for the sleeves. So take the sleeves on little stitch holders here, and then you carry on in the round for the rest of it. Now the jumper itself has like a cross pattern, like a little stitch, and I think you're supposed to do it, I don't know, every 8th row or something along those lines. Now I don't know, I decided I didn't want to do it. I think it looks nice without, it looks lovely with, but I'm one of these people that if I messed it up, if I bodged it and I don't know, if I didn't put the stitch in the right place, or I didn't count properly and it looked out of alignment, it'd bug me forever, but not enough for me to rip it out and start again. Do you get me? So anyway, I think it looks nice without, so I decided to go just straight stockinette. I think the tonal yarn gives it that nice little pattern anyway, and because I'm so happy with how everything else has gone with it, you know, everything else has worked out well, and I think it's going to fit really nice. It's so soft and squishy. I can't wait to wear this. So yeah, so I've put quite a few inches on there since last time, and now this is my, because it's just a stockinette, it's in the round, you just knit. It's what I take out and about with me. So if I take the boys to, I don't know, soft play, or they get to play, I get to knit. Win. So yeah, so that's my swag that I've been working on. I have also been doing, I cast on a gable cap by Tabitha Gandhi. Now I test knit this for her before. Let's see if I can, oh, I never, sorry, that's the pattern. And this one is the progress I've made. So again, really happy with how this is turning out. So I've knit this before, and the yarn that I knit before was it was a silk cashmere, like a merino, and it was super soft, super silky, looked beautiful. Whereas this yarn, it's an Eden Cottage yarn in the cedar colourway, and it's 100% Polworth. Now I'd never heard of that base before I'd bought it, and it is definitely like a toothy wool. I wouldn't say it was like super soft, but I think it lends itself to the stitch definition so well. And this pattern is so interesting to do. So it's like it's got like really big cable on it, and then it's got these little bobbles here, and up here, and then the faux knots. So it's kind of got a rhythm to it. It's not, I wouldn't say it's a mindless knit. It's definitely got to concentrate. It's a comfort knit. Does that make sense? It's really comforting. Like once you get into the rhythm of it, it's really nice, but you can't be watching, you know, your favourite programme while you're doing it. It's definitely something to have something trashy on in the background, like Riverdale, which is what I've been watching it with. That programme is trash, isn't it? Anyway, this is going to be for me. Now, I bought this yarn at Yarndale, and I think originally said it was going to be for James, like the yarn was going to be for a hat for James. However, it's mine now. Yeah, also the last time I knit this hat, it came out a little bit big. Now it fit on my head nice, but after you know, a couple of, well, I didn't really have to wear it. It just, tiny pea head. So I went down a couple of needle sizes this time. I think I cast on with a 3.25 and I've knit in a 4mm, and this is definitely more my size. And it's really comfortable and it's so warm. Like I say, it's not that soft, but it's not like itchy to have on your head. It feels soft and nice. I've never heard of Polworth before. I'd show you the ball band, but I think James has eaten it. I don't know where it's gone. Things disappear in this house. But yeah, I've really enjoyed doing that, and I've been knitting on this mostly while I've been at home. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I think I've probably nearly finished. Oh yeah, look at my chart. I don't really want to show you, but I like to use washi tape, and I tape, so when I glance at the chart I just do the straight above the top, but it looks like I've just got the decreases to do now, and then yes, hat will be done. Pop it all away. Okay, so I've got one more works in progress, and that is my socks. So I haven't really been working on my socks for very long. Sorry, I haven't been working on my socks for a long time. I kind of fell out with them. I didn't fall out with them. I just got to a point where I had to put the heel in. I had to concentrate, and I've only ever knit 3 socks, so 1.5 pairs, and I needed to just look up how to do the heel flap and gusset again, really. I'll just sit down and read the pattern properly, because the pattern explains how to do it lovely. I just needed to sit and read. I couldn't mindlessly do it anymore. So I picked up my Coffee Talk socks by Tracy Miller. I'm keeping these in my Mrs. Browne bag, so I'm keeping my grocery girls together. So Jodie does the bags and Tracy did the pattern. I thought that was quite cool. And I'm knitting these on, oh, it's a bit crazy blown out, but it's the hedgehog fibres, and it's a singles merino in the Where's My Bike colourway. So it's kind of a cream base with loads of really crazy neon pops, and it's working really well in this pattern. It's looking really good. However, there's always a however with me, isn't there? I didn't read the pattern properly, because you're supposed to like fade in the colour of your toe. So I've done a nice, it's from the Yarn Lab UK, the neon. I got some neon minis, so I put the blue in for the heel, and I'm doing the bright pink for the toe. You're supposed to wait until 3.5 inches before, and then stop, and then it tells you how to fade in the toe. And I didn't read it correctly, and I thought it said 2.5. So my sock is now 1 inch longer than it needs to be. So I'm actually going to have to pull it right back to, I don't know, about here-ish, which is a little bit sad. Yeah, about here. So yeah, it's a little bit annoying, but it's looking really, really nice. I love the colours. I think it looks really, really good. So I just need to spend a little bit of time with them now and put a little love into them, because I really, really did enjoy. As soon as I put that heel in, I was like, oh, why did I stop knitting on these? I really, really enjoyed it. And again, so I just need to tink back. Well, I need to rip it out to a point where it measures properly, because I really want these socks. They're going to be really, really comfortable. The yarn is the singles. It really, really, yeah, it's nice. And that, guys, is everything that I've been knitting. So not very many gifts, is it? However, I've done all my gifts as sewing this episode. So I'm going to start showing you the things that I've been doing for Christmas. So if you are family, just bugger off a minute, please. In fact, I don't think there's... You can stay if you want. Whatever. Actually, Christmas is on Tuesday. So I don't reckon you're going to be able to see this first. Anyway, I'm going to show you this. Sorry. Blah, 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 blah. So my first gift is for my grandma. Now, my grandma is 90. She'll be 91 in February. And she is the fussiest lady you will ever meet in your entire life. So I take her out shopping and we go for lunch maybe once or twice a week. And she's been looking for a jumper now for so long. She feels every single thing we go past. We must go to Marx's once a week. That's where she likes to shop. And there's always something wrong with it. She wants a neck that's high. She's conscious of her neck. She wants it to be thick and warm, but not too thick and warm, and not too heavy, and not too light, and I'm not kidding. There's just the list of pernickety details. I don't know why I chose to make her something, actually, because I'm very clearly sure that she's not going to wear it. And if she doesn't, then congratulations, Maisie or Emily Jo, you're getting a new jumper. Anyway, I'm sure she will. I'm sure she'll love it. This is the jumper that I've made for my grandma. It is the Freya sweater by Tilly and the Buttons. It is the sweater version of the... I don't know if you've seen the podcast before. I made a dress for my sister. It had a cowl neck and I made it into a dress. This is the sweater version of it with a mock neck. So it's quite high. I've made it in, well, this, I don't know if the lighting is giving out the colour very well, but it is a tealy blue with the little, I'd say dandelions, or definitely like a floaty plant. And it's inside, well, the material is like a sweatshirt. It's really quite a thick, warm, yeah, it's like a crushed cotton inside. It's going to be really, really warm, but it's not too heavy. She wanted like a long sleeve, so I made the sleeve just a little bit longer because she's got really very delicate skin, being 90, and her watch bruises her wrist all the time, and she likes to wear it over the top of her jumpers, so I've made the sleeves a little bit longer for her. But the make of it in general went really, really well. I don't know if you've seen these before. They're my little tag that I like to put inside. My neighbours are watching. Anyway, I really do hope she'll like it. The make of it went really, really well. Again, I got the Gutermann's thread that matches the colour, and everything went really well doing it. The only problem, I think, if there is going to be a problem, it's going to be on the neck. It's going to be getting it on. In the pattern, it says something like, when you're doing the neckline, make sure you do a really wide stitch, like a wide zigzag stitch, so it stretches more. And I didn't read that until after I'd done the stitching. So it doesn't stretch a lot. However, I'm really, really hoping it fits. She's really quite tiny and petite, is my Gran. So hopefully it'll go over her head. And if it doesn't, it'll fit Maisie or Joe. So that was the jumper for my grandma. What else have I got? So for the boys, so for David and Edward, I managed to, sorry, really itchy nose. So for David and Edward, I did dressing gowns. I'm going to show you David's first. I'm not going to be able to get a really good solid picture of this, am I? I might, if I can, do a little video of it on a hanger or something, but we'll get away with it, it's fine. So this is the material that I chose. We went for kind of a Hugh Hefner smoking jacket kind of style. Again, the make of this went really well. It's got little belt loops on the back there, and pockets. Oh gosh, yeah, I'm not showing you very well, am I? I can't do it because I'm sat down and I need to stand back. But I did pinked all, like all the edgings all pinked inside. I think the only thing that maybe if I was to do it again I'd do differently, I used a bit of too much of a heavy interface around the front. But I'm sure with a bit of wash it'll soften up, and I don't think it'll make a big deal really. I was really again happy with how everything went. I learnt a few new techniques doing this one that I'll be able to carry on doing in later things, because they were really helpful. And this pattern is the Simplicity. Oh, I'll put a thing up here somewhere. I'll tell you what pattern it was. It was different for the one that I did Edward's. So this one was David's, and this one is Edward's. So Edward's is a different one because it's got a hood. So this one is the Simplicity 3575. Anyway, I'll put a little link. And this material is super duper soft. It was really kind of quite hard to sew with this, to be honest. I ended up having to go out and get a walking foot for my sewing machine. Again, it's got little pockets on, like patch pockets on the front, and little belt loops, and the belt. Yeah, I really enjoyed making both of these. But yeah, to sew with this material after sewing with like just a cotton woven material that doesn't move, that doesn't, you know, just goes through the machine lovely, use a nice thread and everything worked, to like just cutting this, like cutting the pattern out, looked like I had killed the Cookie Monster. Like the whole of my kitchen had been taken up by this crazy blue fluff everywhere. It was just everywhere. And then when I was sewing it, like I say, I ended up having to, I just stopped and I went to go talk to one of the ladies at the School of Sew. I don't know if I've mentioned before, in Farsley. She's just started a little sewing school. I've been to a couple of classes there, just making garments, and I just went to go say, you know, is there anything you can tell me? What do I need to do? And I needed a walking foot. So I went to go get one of those. They're quite expensive, but yeah, anyway, what's needed is needed. I'm sure Amazon could have found one cheaper, but John Lewis to the rescue. So yes, but once I'd got that walking foot, and just got used to using the material a little bit more, I muddled through. There's definitely bits, like I had to make sure that I'd finished all the edges because it turned into like fluff. So all the inside seams I've had to like zigzag like stitch everywhere, because I just don't want him to be wearing it and then I'll just find fluff for years, won't I? It'll just be forever. Yeah, the reason I did a different pattern with this one rather than David's is because I bought the pattern for David's first, and the plan was so they'd have the same, but I didn't realise it didn't have a hood, and when Edward wears his dressing gown he always has the hood up. I think that's his favourite part. He's really tactile. He loves, like, he has a blanket that he carries around with him that he slept with since he was born, and it's this kind of material, so I needed to get him one with a hood, because I think he'd be quite disappointed if he didn't have his snugglies on, which is what he calls it, his big snuggly. So I'm really looking forward to gifting everything. So that was everything that I've been sewing, well, that worked out, because I have one more, but it didn't work out. So this was going to be a flat cap for my brother. I found a pattern on Pinterest, and it was a free pattern. I printed it all out. It came with some good instructions, and now I've not finished this because, I don't know if you noticed, it is massive. Look at the size of this. Now I know I have a pea head, but I can fit both fists still in here. So I think where this went wrong is when I was looking at the instructions, it said to have a 1/2 centimetre, so 5mm seam allowance. Now I thought that was quite small, but the instructions said, so that's what I did. I think it's supposed to be a 1.5, like a 1.5 centimetre, because this just turned out so big. Now the pattern said that it was supposed to be like 21 inches. I think my head is like 19. So I thought, you know, a couple of inches more. It's only a one size kind of fits all thing. But yeah, this just it was just massive, absolutely huge. There's a Millennium Falcon lining inside. So I fully lined it all, but to make him another one, I'd have to go buy the material again. I think I've sewn this one too much. I don't know, I'd have to unpick the entire thing. I hate unpicking. I hate it. I might. I'm not going to have time now for Christmas. It might have to be a birthday thing. Oh, I'm sorry, Johnny. I really wanted to make you something. But since this, I've gone out and bought you a present. So that happened. And I was going to make him my mum and dad's things. So I've knit my sister gifts. They're in a previous episode. And I've also sewn my other sister a gift. And my mum and dad, I was going to be making something. However, they've asked for, they like to go to the Cambridge Folk Festival every year. And they've asked for tickets to go there. So we've all chipped in together and we've all bought them tickets. And because I just don't have time now to continue to make anything, I'm sorry guys, my dad has missed out again. My poor dad. I try to make something for him every time, and every time it just goes wrong, or I don't have time, or I don't do it. But you've got tickets to go to Cambridge, so have fun, woo woo! So that's everything that I've been making, I think. I'll just have a little... So yeah, that's everything on my sewing list. I have been doing some spinning. I don't know where I put the... I just tidied up this morning, I don't know if I've done with it. Oh. Anyway, so I have been doing some spinning. I finished a skein of Blueface Leicester with silk. It went really, really well. So I've got like a full skein now. It turned out at like, I'd say a DK weight. And I did 100 grams. So I've got, I think, about 200 meters. So it went really, really well. It's more and less kind of even. I'd show you, but I really can't find it, guys. I'm sorry. I tidied up this morning. It's Christmas and people are coming to my house, and I had a mass clean out, trying to get ready for everybody coming on Tuesday. And a lot of, I've got like a project box of what, with all my projects and things, all my knitting things inside. And I did a bit of a declutter of it today, so everything's gone upstairs. But I've really, really enjoyed doing spinning. I go to a spinning group on a Wednesday at Armley Mills Industrial Museum, and we spin from 10 o'clock till 2 o'clock. Now, I've got a 9-month-old James now, and he is not enjoying going and letting me spin for 4 hours anymore. I tried taking like a travel cot and making a little playpen for him and trying to time it so it fits in with his naps, but it's not working. So I think I might have to just wait a little bit. Like, I remember with Edward, you get to a point where your baby kind of does one huge snoozing nap for a couple of hours in the middle of the day. So I'm really hoping that comes, and when that comes, I'll be able to go back to the spinning club, because I'm not going to be able to go. I'll be able to go and say hi to everybody and have a little chat, but he doesn't let me do anything. So I've been using, while I've been there, I've been spinning on, oh, what's it called? An Ashford traditional. And I've really, really, really enjoyed using that machine, that wheel, sorry. And then I've also rented a peacock wheel from the guild, the Bradford Guild of Spinners, Weavers and Dyers, which I go to their guild meetings on every 3rd Saturday of the month. So I've really enjoyed doing that. So I'll still be able to spin at home. Talking about the guild, so since the last podcast I've had 2 guild meetings, so it's been quite a while since I podcast last. Our guild had a booth at the Harrogate Knitting and Stitching Show and had a free ticket for anybody who wanted to go. Now, I really wanted to go to the show, but I didn't buy tickets in the first place because they were about, I don't know, £15 to £18 a ticket, and I didn't need any more supplies. I didn't need any more yarn. I really, really wanted to go to see all the booths and all the exhibitions, but it's a little bit expensive just to go have a nosy. And, you know, I wouldn't be able to take the children, so it'd mean leaving them at home with David, which is fine, but, you know, those times are precious, and I like to use them when I really need them. Anyway, but a free ticket, so who could turn that down? So I sent a message to all my family and said, you know, I'm going to be going to the Knitting and Stitching Show, and if anybody hasn't bought me a Christmas present yet and would like to, you know, give me a little bit of money to go towards, I could buy some presents and then give them back, which my lovely, lovely family did. So I got a serious haul of lots and lots of instead of yarn, I went more fabric. So I've got patterns and fabrics to make myself some clothes in the new year. I want to show you everything that I got, however, because they were for Christmas, I had to buy them and take them straight to my mum's so she could wrap them up. And yeah, so after, in the new year, I'll be able to show you my knitting and stitching show haul. And all the things that I got for Christmas. But yeah, it was more, I had a really good time. It was really nice. I got to have a full day all by myself, and I had to leave because I couldn't carry any more. That's bad, isn't it? Literally my arms were aching that much because of all the things that I'd got for myself, which is, you know, exciting and lovely and brilliant, and thank you very much, family. And in the second guild meeting, so that was just last week. It was the Secret Santa and the Chairman's Challenge. So it was our Christmas party, kind of. So everybody gave a Secret Santa gift, and it all got wrapped up and put onto the table. you took a raffle ticket, and then when your raffle ticket was gone, you get to go have a little squidge and find, let's see if I've got that in here. So I made a project bag. I wanted to do a little video and show you because I was really proud of it. I used a Gutermann's fat quarter set, and it was like a pink and floral. It was really pretty. I was really loved it, and the project bag worked out really well, and I put like a handle on it. So I wrapped that up and I put that in for the Secret Santa. The prize was supposed to be worth between £5 and £10, I think. It was that kind of budget. And then I got, I was so happy with this. So I got some Spinner's soap, some natural shea butter. It smells really nice. So yeah, to keep it Spinner's hands nice and soft. And then I also got this lovely bat. Oh, it's got a bit squished now, but look at this. All these different crazy colours. Lovely purples and reds, and you can't really see, but it's kind of got like a black, I don't know what the fiber's called. Is it like Angelique? It's like a shiny, I want to say tinsel, but I'm sure it's not tinsel. Tinsel? I don't know. Anyway, it's got a shininess to it. Because again, I don't know what fibre it is, because it was a gift. A little wooden thing there. But yeah, when there was a big table full of presents, I think you've got to go for something squishy, which is what I did. So yeah, I was really happy with that. Thank you. Oh, the lady that got my present though, that got my bag, I don't know if she's a knitter, because I don't think she realised what, you know, that I'd made this project bag. Because she was like, yay, because afterwards everybody opened the present and then you go around and say what you've got. And the lady went, I got a bag to put my things in. I was like, oh, she doesn't know what that is. Oh well, I got something nice. I feel a little bit bad though, because I was like, oh, I put effort in that. And you know, I know for a fact if like my friend Julie had got that, she'd have really enjoyed it. Or you know, anybody else that follows that has, you know, project bags. So anyway, I'm sure she did like it really, and it was lovely and it was beautifully made. Toot my own horn a little bit. But yeah, it was really nice. I'm sure she'll use it to put something in. Or she'll just gift it on. Anyway, so that was everything that I've been doing. Yeah, so now that all the gifts are done, because I'm not doing any more, I have to put a little patch pocket onto Maisie's jumper this evening, and then I am finished. I'm done all my gift knitting. So I'm going to be joining in with Mel Browne's crafting podcast. So I'm going to put a link in the down bar, in the box below, to her Ravelry group, because we are going to be doing a Christmas Eve cast on of crocheted socks. Now, I've never crocheted socks before, and when she said that she was going to be doing like a crochet along, a crochet along of socks, I was so excited, because that was going to be on my list of things to do next anyway. So I have decided I am going to do the socks that are in this book of the Everyday Wearables by the Crochet Project, and I'm going to do the Browne socks. So these are the socks that I'm going to do, and I'm gonna give them a go. So these socks, in fact just today actually I picked up the book to see how much yarn I was going to need, because I decided, although these have need two colours, I had decided that I was going to just do them in one colour, and I was going to use the Zauber Ball Crazy, the Sheppel, and I thought they'd be really good, because I think my mum and dad bought me this from Loop in London, and I really want to use it. But so I had enough anyway, so this will make me a pair of the socks. But when I was looking, at the socks, and what they used coop knits, two 50 gram skeins of coop knits, and I have coop knits. It's what I've been, I have them in my stash, and well, it's what I'm currently knitting a shawl in. But I've nearly finished, and I bought like way more than I needed, so I've actually got a skein of each. So I might do what's recommended, or I might do this. I think I need to decide, but I am really excited to do Christmas Eve cast on and do some crochet socks. And I'm also going to be taking part in the Crochet Project's next mystery crochet along. So I took part in the Skimming Stones mystery crochet along earlier on in the year, and I absolutely loved it. I loved everything about it. It was really fun to do, and they're doing another one, and it's to be cast on on Boxing Day. So the pattern gets released on Boxing Day, and again, you get to do a mystery crochet along. I bought one of the kits that they have done, and I picked the Hot Gossip. There's different 3 different colourways, I think, but basically you need a skein of yarn and a skein of, like a 50 gram skein of something really soft and fluffy and light. I think it's like it's supposed to be a texture. There's supposed to be a difference between the textures. So it's called Fairy Wings, I think. Anyway, mine, when it got delivered, I used the leftover money that my family had given from the Knitting and Stitching show. So when I bought all the things from the show, I had so much money left, and when I got home, I think Crochet Project had put on Instagram, it's all done, everything's finished, we've only got 5 skeins left, we've only 5 kits left of the Hot Gossip. Well, I really wanted the Hot Gossip to start with. That was the one that I wanted to choose, and as soon as she said there's only 5 left, and it turned out it was the exact amount of money I had left from the show, I just thought, oh, it's a sign, I must. I'm a big geek. So yeah. But once it arrived, because it was part of the show, because it was part of the birthday money, the Christmas money. Oh my gosh, I will be able to talk properly soon. I left it all wrapped up. So I haven't actually had a proper squish or, you know, seen the colours or being able to show you guys, because I left it wrapped up and I give it to my mum as soon as it arrived. But yes, so on Christmas Eve I'm doing crochet socks, and on Boxing Day I'm going to be doing the Echo Chambers mystery crochet along, and both of them are Crochet Project. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. And I was watching Mel's podcast, and she said that she's going to be doing a cast on Christmas Day as well, and I might join in with that too. I know you all heard me talking and banging on about making a big boho blush shawl for myself, and I really want to be able to wear that while it's winter. It's starting to get, in fact I think it's the winter solstice today, or was it Easter Day? Happy winter solstice, guys. The moon was awesome last night. I think it was last night. Anyway, so we are midwinter now. So now it's gonna get brighter, isn't it? It's gonna make its way into spring, but we've got to get through February. Now February here in West Yorkshire, where I am, is the coldest month. It really is. So I want to be ready. I want to have jumpers, and I want to have snuggly shawls. I am going to make my boho blush. But so I might do that on Christmas Day. I don't know. We'll decide. Christmas Day in this house is pretty chaos. But there's an evening, right? Because there's, you know, Doctor Who. Call the Midwife. Oh, is it Call the Midwife Christmas Day? I think it is. Doctor Who, Call the Midwife. Sounds like knitting heaven to me. Yes, it does. So guys, that is it for this year. I cannot believe what a year it's been. I've really enjoyed doing this podcast with you and chatting with you and meeting you all online. Let's keep it up. I'm really hoping to do the podcast maybe a little bit more often next year. I really am hoping to. Let's not leave it 6 weeks. I think I left it between these two. Thank you so much for joining me throughout this whole podcast, guys. I've really enjoyed talking to you and sharing with you everything that I've been doing. I'm really looking forward to carrying on in the new year with more podcasts and watching my boys grow and all the things that we've been making. So anyway, if you've liked today's, if you've enjoyed the podcast today, please click subscribe. Do a little like button maybe, and you can catch me on social media. I am Gemma B Makes on Instagram, and I have a Ravelry. It's pretty poor. In fact, Lorraine, did you see that I'd made Ravelry just for you, just for my lovely biscuit hat? I updated it and everything. Anyway, I am on Ravelry. I am Gemma Beige, so you can. I'll pop it up here, and I'll put some links down below so you can check it out if you want. Thanks for everything, guys, and I'll catch you all next year. I'll see you later. Bye! Guys, I forgot to tell you about my little needle felted Santa. So, look at this little dude. Okay, so I went for a day out with Mel, of Mel Browne, and she was doing this craft day where you get to do a little bit of needle felting or macrame or crochet. Obviously I chose this little guy, and thank you to Mooland Gifts who showed me how to do it. Now he's not the best, but he is my first attempt and I thought it was absolutely great. So yeah, that's little dude, and he is living on my tree. So thanks, Mel. Okay, I'll let you leave now. See you later, guys. Bye.